Legends seldom record the desperate, only the victorious, but the scorched floors of the Celestial Emperor Cave now whisper otherwise. Renegade Immortal, Chapter 1069, Chapter 1070, opens on a scene carved by madness and sacrifice. Ancient Demon Bei Lou, eyes ablaze with frenzied intent, used a forbidden transformation to annihilate a companion and fuel a demonic onslaught against Ta Jia. The girl in pink, bloodied yet unyielding, conjures a blinding snowstorm that momentarily shields her from death's grasp, while Wang Lin orchestrates a torrent of spells and blood-soaked strategy to seal the erupting chaos below. Every collapsing floor, every crack in the earth, signals not merely destruction, but a reckoning inching closer. As the echoes of demonic roars clash with the vermilion blaze of forbidden power, one question hovers over the trembling land. Who will survive the storm, and what price must be paid when fury and ingenuity collide? Listen closely, for what I am about to recount is no ordinary tale of heroes and villains. It is a legend steeped in blood and shadow, a story where the very air trembles under the weight of demonic power, and where mortals are forced to confront forces beyond imagining. In the heart of the Celestial Emperor Cave, a storm of fury and fate was about to break. Bei Lou's teeth clenched like iron. He surged forward, yet Ta Jia was swifter than even his sharpest instincts predicted. Trapped, desperation burned in his chest. With grim determination, Bei Lou sacrificed a third ancient demon star, letting its violent collapse propel him upward to the 6th floor. His eyes locked onto the two fleeing figures, a girl in delicate pink and a beautiful middle-aged woman. His body blurred with speed, and his demonic claw stretched outward toward the girl. The girl in pink, her visage drained of color, remained unnervingly calm. As Bei Lou's claw descended, a faint glimmer ignited between her brows. The snowflake mark blazed like a shard of frozen moonlight. A piercing whistle split the air, and a swirling snowstorm erupted before her. The claw met the tempest, repelled, yet the force of the clash sent the girl coughing blood, tumbling backward in a spray of crimson. Yet there was no pause for triumph. The ancient demon's right hand lashed out, seizing the beautiful woman. Her recent recovery was fragile, her body no match for Bei Lou's cultivation and demonic spells. With a surge of malevolent energy, her meridians were sealed, leaving her a helpless vessel. Then, as if summoned by destiny itself, ancient devil Ta Jia appeared. Bei Lou's mind had no time to hesitate. Eyes alight with a demonic glow, he formed a hand seal, each gesture sending tendrils of demonic energy into the woman's body. Her form quivered violently as blood vessels tangled into an intricate, unnatural rune. The moment Ta Jia neared, Bei Lou hurled the woman aside and roared, "Demon spirit transformation!" In an instant, her body erupted in a storm of blood mist, obliterated entirely. Even her origin soul was consumed as the rune absorbed her essence, glowing with a dark light as it ascended toward the 5th floor. But the cost was immense. Bei Lou's right aimed 4 ancient demon stars flickered and fell. Yet fear no longer held him, only madness. He faced Ta Jia, the inferno of vengeance igniting within him. His demonic stars spun violently, one after another collapsing. His body swelled, a grotesque manifestation of fury and power, and a roar split the cavern. "Ta Jia! Even if I cannot slay you, I will ensure your victory is forever tainted. You have driven me to this." With a burst of unrestrained force, Bei Lou charged. His form multiplied, 1 becoming 2, then 4, 8, until his presence consumed the world itself. When he neared Ta Jia, a cataclysmic rumble shattered the air. Bei Lou chose self-destruction, a final gambit to wound the ancient devil even at the cost of his own life. The resulting shockwave decimated the 5th floor. The 7th floor trembled and crumbled. The girl in pink's fury flared, but time was not on her side. She fled toward the 6th floor, narrowly escaping the devastation. Meanwhile, Wang Lin stood at the cave's 1st floor, vermilion bird cries echoing around him. Fire and invisible energy swirled, restrictions cascading upon the pit that tunneled through the entire Celestial Emperor Cave. Wang Wei and Hu Juan joined, spells raining upon the ground with precise intent. The earth quaked as if the demon spirit land itself had risen in fury. Sichunan burst forth from the depths, cursing violently. Upon seeing Wang Lin, understanding struck. Without hesitation, he unleashed his spells, adding to the trembling chaos. From the second floor, other cultivators, Big Head, the three Chen brothers, Lei Ji, the two disciples of the fallen woman, and Master Hollow Wind, were forced into the open, panic in their eyes as they beheld the scene. Wang Lin's gaze hardened, a cold radiance burning within. His hands wove seals in swift, commanding motions. The vermilion bird surged into the pit, flames swirling in its wake. Wang Wei conjured a monstrous sea to follow, while Hu Wan and Situ Nan unleashed their mightiest spells in tandem. Waves of icy snow energy clashed from above, revealing the girl in pink amidst a cyclone of snowflakes, barely evading the torrent of destructive spells. The Celestial Emperor cave groaned as the vermilion bird and accompanying forces descended, rumbles echoing across collapsing floors. The ground shifted and sank, sealing exits with a cage of spells and rock. From the depths below came muffled, savage roars. The ancient devil's rage seething. Wang Lin, undeterred, called upon Qing life force, his palm pressed firmly to her back, forcing blood from her body without harm, transforming it into a swirling blood mist that infused the restrictions with potent origin energy. A cataclysmic rumble erupted, devilish energy shattering the obstruction above, and ancient devil Ta Jia rose, flanked by four others, the all-seer Ling Tianhao Master Void, and the mysterious humanoid from the collapsed celestial burial pool. Calm yet formidable, the humanoid floated beside Ta Jia like a loyal shadow. At this sight, a lightning strike of realization coursed through Wang Lin. Connections previously unseen suddenly became chillingly clear. And so the stage was set, a maelstrom of power, cunning, and desperation. Beneath the trembling earth, above the shattered floors, the fate of mortals and immortals alike hung by a thread as the ancient devil and the remaining forces of the Celestial Emperor cave prepared for the next devastating clash. A shadow of doom clung to the first floor of the Celestial Emperor cave, and the air thrummed with the quiet, oppressive pulse of ancient power. Before Wang Lin's eyes, an impossible form had emerged, a human-shaped essence, yet brimming with the lingering might of the moongazer serpents, once born by the ancient gods, and a trace of the devil's feral legacy. It was a creature birthed from chaos itself, a remnant unleashed in the cosmic struggle between the ancient devil and the Celestial Emperor, now sealed deep within the skull of a fallen god beneath the celestial burial pool. Behind the imposing ancient devil Ta Jia, Master Void hovered in a state of unholy ruin. Madness flickered in his eyes, a rune burned across his forehead, spilling torrents of devilish energy into the cavern. Yet beneath that seal, life itself bled from him, dissipating like mist in a storm. Wang Lin could sense the fragile boundary between life and death, and it made his chest tighten with dread. Ling Tianhao's gaze was a labyrinth, complex and inscrutable. He avoided Wang Lin's eyes, glancing aside as if guarding a secret too perilous to voice. And then there was the All-Seer, the calm at the center of the storm. His eyes, as clear as still water, seemed to peer through the very fabric of reality. When they met Wang Lin's, a knowing smile curled across his lips, a smile that carried both warning and inevitability. A sigh escaped Wang Lin's throat. The blood-sealed restrictions would harm only the ancient devil Ta Jia. For all others, they were nothing but marks in the air. Leaving the first floor of the cave would be trivial. Yet an unease gnawed at his heart, a faint premonition whispering that the world was not as it seemed. And with the All-Seer looming behind the ancient devil, that instinct surged into certainty. Everything had happened too swiftly, too deliberately. It felt orchestrated by the devil himself. The kind of cold, unrelenting dread the All-Seer exuded pressed upon Wang Lin's chest like iron. Situnan's eyes mirrored his concern. As Wang Lin began a cautious retreat, Situnan fell in step, moving with silent precision to shield him. Wang Wei and Hu Juan mirrored this retreat, forming a protective perimeter. Around them, cultivators surged to escape, leaving the cave a maelstrom of movement and whispered panic. The All-Seer raised a finger, and a swirl of gray mist coalesced into his own form, a mirror image clothed in shadow. A cold gaze pierced his original body, and a snort of disdain rippled through the cavern before he turned his focus to the blood-bound restrictions. Slaughterous energy unfurled, a storm of intent and fury, crashing against the barriers. Thunder rumbled through the first floor, as the restrictions shuddered under the assault. But they were not alone in their defense. Wang Wei's spell work, combined with Hu Juan's formidable restrictions, bound the All-Seer's power, slowing his advance. Hu Juan's barriers were particularly potent, their strength unyielding even against the gray-robed menace. Time was bought. Wang Wei lifted his hand skyward, water spiraling into a colossal giant that struck the cavern ceiling. Rocks tumbled like falling stars. Hu Juan reinforced the defenses with meticulous care. Wang Lin's eyes gleamed, hand-forming intricate seals, channeling his own spells skyward in unison with Wang Wei. The surrounding cultivators joined the onslaught, each strike echoing like thunder, shaking the cavern to its foundations. Beyond the cavern, the 6 Nirvana Shatterers gathered, hands weaving incantations in a silent rhythm. Their focus was singular, the true spirit of the vermilion bird. Flames swelled at their command, an inferno that scorched all but the sect's own, reducing unseen dust to nothingness. Amidst the annihilation, a solitary speck remained, marking the hidden demon spirit land. Fire flared, revealing its presence. The vermilion bird's cry pierced the void as it descended upon the speck, battering the ancient seal with relentless force. Each strike loosened the binding further, while the Shatterer's spellwork pounded relentlessly, shaking the very foundations of the hidden realm. Inside the cave, the barrier between realms quivered, then shattered. The gray-robed All-Seer ripped through Hu Juan's protections, Hu Juan and Wang Wei barely escaping the collapsing boundary. Ancient devil Ta Jia emerged, his grim smile a herald of annihilation. A roar escaped him, black energy coalescing into serpentine dragons that swallowed all in their path. One of the Chen brothers was seized, eyes wide with despair as his essence was devoured. Others, like Xianxia, faced the same fate, only to be rescued by a girl in pink, shielded by the last vestiges of the snowstorm treasure. The protective snowflake cracked under the onslaught, yet she pressed forward, carrying Xianxia to safety. The surviving cultivators scrambled. Big Head and companions fled with Situ Nan, Master Hollow Wind, and the woman in silver from Wang Lin's bag. But the ancient devil's hand reached, a squeeze of omnipotent pressure collapsing the bodies of those newly escaped. Xianxia coughed blood, trembling under the weight of the devil's aura. The girl in pink faltered as well, but a hidden treasure within her origin soul flared to life, merging their fates and stabilizing their battered spirits. Other survivors endured similar ordeals. The third Chen brother's body collapsed, saved only by Master Yi Chen. Lei Ji, though strong, lost half his body, rescued by Big Head. Master Hollow Wind and Situ Nan, Nirvana cleansers, stood resilient but wounded. Poison stirred in Situ Nan's veins from the trauma. The ancient devil's attack had the potential to annihilate all, yet the combined efforts of Wang Wei, Hu Juan, and Wang Lin absorbed the brunt, each coughing blood and teetering on the edge of collapse. Wang Lin, whose origin soul teetered on the brink of dispersal, swallowed the pill. Wang Wei had gifted him. Miraculously, his essence stabilized and surged with renewed vigor. Wang Wei and Hu Juan exchanged grim smiles, their resolve unwavering. Wang Lin, they said, we will hold him off. Forget the teacher. Save Qing Shuang, if you can. Wang Wei's hand tore a crack in the void, casting Zhou Yi outward. Ancient devil Ta Jia emerged fully from the barrier, eyes alight with frenzy. Laughter, wild and unrestrained, shook the cavern. Qing Lin, he cried, the madness in his gaze unfurling. You sought to bind me. You failed. All who came to save her shattered your designs. Wang Wei and Hu Juan paled. Wang Lin's heart sank. The premonition, the unease, it all crystallized into certainty. Ta Jia's right hand rose, a promise of carnage and bloodlust. The earth trembled beneath him. The sky itself warped. An illusion bloomed in the heavens, a palace adrift in a sea of purple blossoms. A voice, cold and resonant as moonlight, cut through the chaos. From the ethereal palace descended a figure robed in white, regal and terrifying in beauty. Flower Imperial Concubine, Wang Lin breathed, recognition striking like a lightning bolt. Above, the final seal on the demon spirit land's dust particle trembled under unrelenting assault. With the sun rising, the first rays illuminated the realm, heralding the dawn of a new perilous chapter. The battle for survival, for destiny itself, had only just begun.